Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anjum Sheikh, and if you are new to this channel, I make videos related to study vlogs and also related to productivity. So today's video is going to be related to productivity. Productivity basically means the task that takes you one step ahead towards your goal. For example, if you are a sports person, then just taking that 1 kilometer extra run or just doing something that would increase your stamina or any task that would just help you in your match would be a productive task. For now, as we are students, in this video I would give you 10 tips that would help you to increase your productivity as a student. And if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel below. It really means a lot to me. And I would also answer some of the questions that were very frequently asked in the comment section below. So just watch the video till the end. So let's start today's video. So hey guys, we are now a family of 1000 subscribers. It really means a lot to me. Thank you so much everyone that subscribed to our channel. I just can't show my happiness in this video, but really thank you so much. Keep supporting and just watch the video. So let's just start today's video. So the first tip is have a plan. So the plans are of two types. The first one is the macro plan and the second one is the micro plan. Macro plan means the plan that we are making for 3 months, and the micro plan would be the plan we are making for 1 week. So now it's August end, so now we'll make a plan for September to November. So this would contain all the plans that we have to complete till the end of November. So the first thing that I have to complete is complete the economics syllabus, second is learn Marathi grammar, and the third one would be to improve my history. So these are the 3 tasks that I have to complete till November end. Based on this macro plan, now we would make the micro plan for each week. So now I am making for week 1. So the first task would be to complete few chapters of economics, and the second one would be read history book every day. So these are the tasks that I have to do in week 1. Like this only I would make a further of week 2, week 3, and till the November I would make the micro plans for each week. So this is the layout of on how you should do a macro plan and a micro plan. Tip 2 would be make a to-do list. I usually like to make my to-do list one night earlier, because when I wake up tomorrow morning I already know what task I have to do in the entire day. And write your task in the chronological order of what you have to complete them. And also mention the breaks that you have to take in between in the to-do list. You should also mention the time slots in which you have to do that task, so it would be easy for you to do all the work accordingly. You could cut down the task immediately once it's done, or you can just cut all the tasks in the end of the day. It's totally your choice. You can also highlight the tasks that are of utmost priority, so it would be easy for you to know your priorities. So the tip 3 would be have water near your desk. I know it is a really basic tip, but it's really important. Most of us just forget to have water near our desk, and we have to get up every time we feel thirsty and eventually end up wasting 5 to 10 minutes. So it's really important to have your water near your desk. So the tip 4 would be have a separate study space. This does not mean you should have a separate room altogether for studies, but at least you should have a special space in your house that is only meant for studies. Like this, I have my study desk, and this place is just for me to study. So if you study on your bed, it's really distracting. So I highly recommend that you should have a space in your house that is only dedicated for studies. Even if you don't have a separate desk for studies, at least you could choose one corner of your house that would be only meant for you to study. In that place, you should not watch any movies, or you should not do anything that is distractive. That place should only be confined for you for your studies. The 5th tip would be clean your study space. It's really important. Now as you can see, my study table is really messy. Now I just have to clean this up and then start my studies. Now as my study space is clean, it would be very much easy for me to focus on just my studies. If it would have been messy, it would be very much distracting for me. The sixth tip would be use the Forest app or keep your phone away from your desk. So if you have your phone near your desk, it would be very much distracting for you. So it's better to just keep your phone in some other room so it would be away from you. For example, if you have a notification and if you have your phone near your desk, you would constantly be thinking, should you see the notification, should you not see the notification, and eventually end up seeing the notification and wasting your almost 15 to 20 minutes. So it's always beneficial to keep your phone away from you. So another alternative for that would be to use this Forest app. Basically, this app helps you to improve your productivity. You just have to put the time slots in which you have to do the session and just plant this tree. And if you go and start scrolling your social media or any other app on your phone, then the tree would die. And you don't want to kill your tree, so basically you don't get distracted and you just keep the phone aside and you can just start your studies. So basically this is also a good way to improve your productivity. I also know many other apps that could be used for increasing your productivity. So if you want the video basically on that, so you can just let me know in the comment section below. So let's just move forward now. So the next tip would be to organize your notes and books efficiently. So as you can see here, I have just made a separate folder for each subject. For example, I have made for economics, I have made for history, maths, geography. These are all the subjects that we have to do. So I just made a separate folder for each subject and just put the notes that I ever made for them into that folders. So whenever I have to just revise them, I can just take the folder and just revise the notes that I have. So an alternative for that would be to make these binders. I made 4 binders for the 4 subjects. So this contains all the papers that I made for these subjects. So it is very much efficient to make the binders as compared to that of the folders. It is very much easy to revise from these as compared to the folders. So I highly recommend you to make these binders. If you want, you can also make those folders. The 8th tip would be to exercise daily. This is very important. As we have to become a civil servant, it is very important to have a good health, a good physique. So just exercise daily. I'm just learning to do the push-ups. This is how far I have got till now. So the 9th tip would be have a morning routine. It does not matter you wake up at 10 o'clock or 6 o'clock. It's very important to have a routine that you follow every day. It would just be taking a walk near your house. So an alternative for that would also be like you just read a few pages of book every day. For me, I just read this history book, like only 2 to 3 pages is also enough. So that history is not my subject of interest, but still after reading this book, I just feel more connected to history than I was before. So another tip I want to give you, always start your day with the subject that you don't like. So when you are exhausted in the evening, you would be left with the subjects that you like. The 10th and the most important tip would be it's okay to be unproductive sometimes. You cannot be productive for the whole year. You just have to take some breaks, enjoy your life, chill your life, because if you can't enjoy your life, you would never enjoy your studies. So you should maintain a balance between your studies and your life. So I highly recommend you to just take some breaks in between, enjoy life with your family, with your friends. So whenever I have a very exhausting session, I just close my books, I just lie down up for a few minutes on my study table, then go wash my face, come back, and then I can sit for studies. This really helps me because when I come back, I'm really energetic and that helps me to study more. Now, as we are done with the tips, now I would answer some of the questions that were frequently asked in the comment section. So everyone was asking about this topics book. This book is not based on UPSC main syllabus. This is based on Maharashtra PSC main syllabus. We are given with all these topics so that it would be easy for us to revise. So I usually like to go through this because in the UPSC main syllabus we are not given with the specific subtopics. So I think it would be very much similar to UPSC. So I like to go through this. So many of you were even asking me to share the book list that I use, but I just want to say that I don't think that I have that much experience to share the book list, because it would be that the books that I use are not that much efficient for the exam. So the second most frequent question was, what's my optional? So I am giving my exam in 2022, so I have not yet decided my optional. I am giving my state PSC in 2021, and we don't have to select an optional subject for the state PSC, so I have not yet selected any optional subject. So thank you so much for watching the video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, you can subscribe by just clicking on the subscribe button on your screen, and you can also watch the other videos. So I'll meet you in the next video. Bye.